Three Pakistani celebrities have opened up about their experience of sexual abuse. In the aftermath of the brutal rape and murder of the 7-year-old girl child Zainab in the Kasur district of Pakistan, well-known actress and activist Nadia Jamil, designer Maheen Khan and fashion choreographer Friha Altaf has shared a painful experience of going through sexual abuse while they were children. Actress Nadia Jamil posted on social media site Twitter and wrote, "I was 4 the first time I was sexually abused. I was in college when it grew out of proportion. People tell me not to talk to respect my family's honor. Is my family's honor packed in my body? I'm proud and strong and loving survivor. No shame on me or my kids. Only pride for being me." In Pakistan in recent time has been gripped with massive protest after the body of 7-year-old Zainab was found in a dumpster after she was brutally raped and murdered. To break the silence against sexual abuse in deeply conservative society, all three celebrities have spoken about their experience of sexual abuse when they were children. The celebrities are also seeking that people should come out and speak about this problem, and the practice of associating a family's honor with the bodies of the women should end. Fashion choreographer Friha Altaf also tweeted, and I quote, "I was sexually abused by a cook at the age 6. My parents took action, but everyone remained silent as if it was my shame. At 34, I realized how it had impacted my life. The only shame is keeping silent. Child abuse, shame. Me Too, justice for Zainab." These are the hashtags which have trended over a period of time. And let me go to Saleh on this issue. Saleh, can you take us to the depth of the story as to what prompted these women to come out and share their stories?
That is indeed correct, Karthikeya. Now, what is important is to realize that in a very deeply conservative society like what Pakistan is, now these celebrities are in fact coming forth and sharing what are experiences that are extremely personal for them. They've come out and said that we were asked not to speak about them in public earlier because somehow it was considered shameful. And what they are now saying is that to not talk about this problem that exists and pervades not just in Pakistan but everywhere else in the world is the real shame. Now, what they are encouraging is that anyone who may have experienced any kind of sexual abuse while they were children needs to come forth and talk about it. Now, the reason as to why they are coming out and speaking so openly about it, Karthikeya, is the recent incident where on the 4th of January, the body of 7-year-old Zainab was found dumped in a garbage bin after she was brutally raped and murdered. Now, massive protests were seen across several cities in Pakistan, and that is, of course, is what has brought out these women, where they've come out and said, look, we know something of what perhaps Zainab went through. We also faced sexual abuse. One of the actresses here is Nadia Jamil. She says she was sexually abused when she was just 4 years old. Another individual who's come forth and spoken out, she says that I was 6 years old when I was sexually abused, and these are, instances and experiences that have changed them in ways that they never thought it would. And now it is important to break the silence which pervades any kind of an instance of sexual abuse, and that is exactly what they want to come out and speak openly in a deeply conservative society where they say, look, a family's honor is not in a woman's body, and that association of family's honor in cases of victims of sexual abuse, that needs to be broken. If at all there is shame, then it is shameful to be silent after an incident of this nature.
Tell me one thing, Saleh, is it safe enough to say on our part that this is also like one of the Me Too movements, or something which has happened like an episode? Does it have the potential to grow and become a movement which creates awareness about how confessions can be empowering and they don't lead to shame, it leads to awareness?
That is correct, Karthikeya. The first time the Me Too hashtag started trending, people came out and said it is important that women actually come out and talk about it so that people get to know the magnitude of the problem. 1 in every 3rd woman appears to have undergone some kind of an instance where she may have faced sexual harassment or molestation, and that perhaps is the awareness which these actresses and activists within Pakistan intend to raise. They're saying, look, it is important to disassociate a family's honor with any kind of sexual abuse which a woman in that family may have faced. And in a deeply conservative society such as Pakistan, or for that matter like India as well, it is important that this disassociation is actually made, and the shame, is definitely not on the victim but on the perpetrator of the crime. And that is an important message which these celebrities are trying to get through.
Thank you, Saleh. Thank you for this update. So my colleague Saleh talking about this movement which is being witnessed in Pakistan.